Hello students, welcome to the online class. Today, instead of giving you audio classes, I decided to come before you. Students, we have nearly completed our course for first terminal examination, and your first terminal examination will be of 50 marks, and we have done almost 4 to 5 chapters, which include uh, poems and you know stories. So today I'm going to discuss about how to attempt your answers in the examination rather than going to the chapters. That means the stories or the poems. And I must tell you that even if you have done everything and you are confident enough of your answers, there are some aspects which are very important that you should be concerned about during the examination. When I'm saying during the examination, I mean your answer script. Presentation. Presentation is very important. Why? Because presentation shows your artistic way of expression. In this case, I may give you an example of it. You may write 5 plus 5 is equal to 10 in a different way from your friend. Your friend may write 5 plus 5 in a different way, but the answer will be same 10. But the way you do it makes you different from your friend, or maybe your friend different from you. So let us see. When I say presentation, I mean many things. Your handwriting, your way of writing the answer, that is, use of language, then substantial answers. Substantial answers means your answer must have substance. That means your answer must be one that is expected by the teachers, particularly the answer that gives the requirements to the question being put to you. So let us see how we can solve such problems. Now, I want to talk about the question patterns. Question patterns may be different. Some questions may be very easy, some may be very critical, some may bear less marks, and some may bear more. So you should write according to these requirements. And when you are dealing with a 1 mark question, it doesn't mean that you will write simply one word. But it also doesn't mean that you're going to write a big answer. No, you have to be very expressive in one or two sentences, and that carries a good mark, 1 mark. And if you go for 2 or 3 or 4 marks, you must write accordingly. So, most of the time, we say that a question is given on the basis of marks. Sometimes a question may require more explanation, elaboration. There you have to be very particular about these things, and that is why you need to think about the marks also. And after marks, I would like to tell how to impress the checker. That means how to impress a teacher. Your answer should be a complete one. When I say complete, it must have the sense that there is a beginning, then the middle, and then the end. You must take the reader to that particular area where the question requires to be taken. So here we must understand it very clearly that if you are given a question, first 2 lines can be about introduction. That means it may be about a character, it may be about an action, or it may be about a climax. When you are writing about the character, you need to talk about some other characters as well, just in 1 or 2 lines. Or if it is a climax, how do you feel that the climax is reached? There also you have to be expressive. So in 2 or 3 lines, you can bring, in fact, you can make an environment for the answer. In the next paragraph, you can write the answer. That should be very to the point, I should say. I was thinking about the words. That should be very to the point. Why? Because that is the main answer. And conclusion. Conclusion may be different in different cases. Sometimes the conclusion requires a critical analysis. Sometimes you need to be very, critical in writing the answer and in expressing what the readers think about it. Sometimes it so happens that the story goes in its normal way, but it may have some other implications. And that is why we must be sometimes analytical. Now, students, let us come to the syllabus. For class 9, your syllabus will be, in fact, I should say, in the question paper will be of 50 marks and 30 marks for the text, that is textual questions, 20 marks grammar and composition. Let me read out the portion. Text portion: The Lake Isle of Innisfree, My Childhood, Adventure of Toto, and The Happy Prince. Then in grammar portion, tense, preposition. Students, one thing I must mention here is that Tense has been done. In fact, I know Bipin sir did it. Preposition is common, in class 8. In fact, I should say since class 6 onwards, you have been learning preposition. So preposition, there is nothing to learn about it. You have to think and write the appropriate preposition. Now we never say correct preposition, appropriate preposition. Tense is very important. You need to be very correct about it. Correct tense and appropriate preposition. So that would be tense, preposition, then jumble words. Jumble words, that shows your ability to arrange the words in a sequence that would have a meaning of itself. Then composition, unseen passage. Unseen passage is, of course, not writing, it's reading. And here you have to read, understand yourself, and attempt the questions given below. So that is your grammar portion. So this was all about examination. There will be nothing different. It would be like other examinations as you did. You will be given a question paper. You will have to be very honest in writing the answers. Now, see, these are very difficult times. You cannot come to the school and appear there, and that is why you have to be very honest with yourself. So the question paper will be given. You will be given also a time period, and within that time period, you will have to write all the answers and send to the concerned teachers. So I have just told you about how to be very particular about presentation, then your answers, that is the word limitation I told you. Then I have said about marks. Then at the end I have said about the syllabus, the portion that you need to study. So students, here I take leave. If you don't understand, you can just call me. My number is 9678224898. So all the best for your examination. Of course, one thing, I'll be also giving you more about your chapters. If you find any problem, you can just post your problems in WhatsApp. Okay, I have got WhatsApp in this number, the number just given to you, so you can contact me there. So I'll be available there. I'll write to you if you don't understand. But of course, it will be very difficult for me to write a long answer in WhatsApp. Uh, in that case, of course, I can send you a voice message. So thank you so much. All the best for your examination. And if you don't understand anything, I have already told you that you can write to me in my number, that is WhatsApp. And so take care. A very hard time, you have to be concerned about the period we're going through. Stay at home, study leisurely in a very comfortable manner, and be prepared for your examination. Thank you so much.